finally working? Hey phonies, Crazy Pretzel here. Assuming my camera doesn't die this time. Alright. Hey phonies, Crazy Pretzel here. Wishing everybody a happy new year. This is the first official video of the new year for Crazy Pretzel, and I'm happy to be here with all of you. Now, I know that I said I was going to go to the Crazy Pretzel channel, but I forgot to realize that there is like a time limit per se on my videos. Like when you're a new subscriber, a new creator on YouTube, you only get like 10 minutes, unless, I don't know, you're a higher up person, or you can somehow pay money, or, you know, you're effing somebody behind the scenes on YouTube or something, one of the owners. But anyway, bottom line is I'm only allowed 10 minutes on the other channel versus the Classic 1333 channel. I'm allowed 15 minutes at least, or more. So I'm on this channel. So I have an announcement for everybody. Now, I'm not saying that I'm never going to watch WWE ever again. You know, I will definitely check out matches that you guys encourage me to watch. You know, but I haven't watched WWE on TV in like 3 weeks, and I'm really not missing it. It's just, WWE's been going downhill, you know, obviously since the whole Attitude Era has been over with, you know. Yeah, I'm not saying, you know, bring it back, but at least do a few things to make it more interesting. But, I mean, ever since they went PG, it's just gone downhill over the last couple of years. For me anyways, I mean, it's just my opinion, and I just really haven't been, like, excited to watch it, or I haven't had, like, you know, the same feeling for it that I've, you know, used to have about wrestling. So, with WWE anyways. Now, TNA, believe it or not, I actually like TNA, and that's pretty much what this video is about. Like, I came up with a list of 11 reasons why I like TNA over WWE. So, yeah, I'm sure you WWE guys are going to be like, oh, TNA sucks, you know, fuck TNA or whatnot. Well, I like TNA, and if I can like TNA over WWE because, like, I actually am seeing things in TNA that, you know, grasp me to want to watch it, why isn't WWE doing that for me? You know what I mean? So, 11 things why TNA is better than WWE. Reason number 1, the Knockouts division. They actually let their women in the company actually have matches. The women that are actually supposed to be wrestlers are supposed to, like, if you get in the ring, you are a wrestler. So, in WWE, you know, the women are getting in the ring, even if they suck ass, they're considered wrestlers. So, but when in WWE, they get, like, a minute to do something and it's over with. So, what was the point? You know what I mean? It's just like, you know what I mean? In WWE, they have like 1 minute Divas matches, and they're not even like a squash match. They're just a simple 1 minute piece of shit match that you don't even get long enough time to just leave and go to the bathroom. TNA, they actually get like 5 minutes to have a decent match. So, TNA has more time. They give their knockouts more time. Their knockouts have more characters. Like, a lot of the knockouts like have distinguishable characters. Like, Winner, she's like, you know, a conniving, crazy, smart chick. My favorite knockout. Basically a Black Widow. She'll, like, you know, suck you in and then eventually destroy you to make her more powerful or something. ODB is like the crazy country chick. But, you know what I mean, though? Like, there's, like, personality with knockouts over, like, the Divas. I'm not saying the Divas don't have character, but there's more, you're allowed to do more with TNA and whatnot. And I wrote something else here. Better storylines. Definitely better storylines in TNA. So, yeah. Better storylines for the knockouts, I should say. I know TNA storylines are crazy sometimes, but hey, I'm Crazy Pretzel, I watch it. Alright, that's reason number 1. Reason number 2, promos. The promos in TNA, because it's not PG, they have like a lot more language in it. And it's like, they just seem like they're more angry and, you know, they want to kill each other more in TNA. Like they, you know, they talk a lot of shit and they want to fight each other. WWE, it's like they, like, you know, they'll talk some shit to each other, but it's so, like, you know, watered down or something, or they always have to address the WWE universe instead of the fans. It's the universe. You know what I mean? That's like me, like, going outside and, like, saying that I'm gonna do something, but I have to address the stars in outer space before I can do it. You know what I mean? It's fucking stupid. Reason number 3. TNA has more backstage attacks than WWE does. Now, granted, on Raw, from, like, Zamario's review, I guess, like, you know, like Kane attacked John Cena like at the beginning of the show or something, and then like at the end he like attacked him again. So I know WWE can do backstage attacks, but TNA does like more of them, and I think it like involves more with the storyline and whatnot. So, and what I like that TNA does too backstage is like they'll have like potential more like confrontations, like with their stars. Like take last week on Impact, like Samoa Joe and Magnus, like they won a tag team match to get to the finals of the tag team tournament, and then last week they had Matt Morgan and Crimson like having a backstage interview or something, and then Joe Magnus showed up and started talking shit to him and was like, wanted to fight him right there. So it brings more like anger and enragement to a feud, in my opinion. So that's why I like TNA's backstage stuff. So, not to mention they also do more like, when you get more interviews with like, yeah, they do a lot of them, but when you have like that brief interview before the commercial break or after the commercial break, you're learning more about the wrestler's character. So I think it works. Alright, reason number 4. TNA has more street fights, they have more weapons, they have more violence than WWE. Like, I remember WWE had like a Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton street fight, and don't get me wrong, the match itself was fine, but they didn't use any weapons in it whatsoever. So, even if it's like a cheap weapon, like, chair to the back, a cookie sheet or something, it's still a weapon. TNA will use weapons, WWE doesn't always use weapons. You know what I mean? Reason number 6. I like in TNA, like, sometimes when their main events happen, like, even if someone, like, wins the match, loses the match, or if, like, if it's no contest, sometimes there's just, like, this big brawl that occurs for, like, a few minutes after the match is over with. So it just helps, further, like, the storyline, further, hatred and whatnot. And it's cool to see some wrestling action. WWE doesn't always do that, per se. Reason number 7. I like the TNA commentators. Yeah, well, I like Taz. Mike Tenay's kind of boring, kind of generic and whatnot. But at least Mike Tenay is like, he's a good guy commentator. Like, he never really, like, rips on bad guys at all. And, like, well, he never rips on good guys, I should say. He rips on the bad guys, so called, like, Robert Roode a coward or something. But he kind of, like, does his own thing and whatnot. And then Taz, like, an experienced former wrestler, you can definitely agree with him why he would take shortcuts. Take Jerry Lawler on Monday Night Raw. Lawler, like, will, like, even though he's, like, basically a good guy now, instead of him being the awesome bad guy commentator that he used to be, like, he never, like, says, oh, I would do this, I would take a shortcut. He tries to be, like, all honest and pure, but, he's done stuff in the past. So, I just don't understand why he, like, denies it. And then you got Michael Cole, who's, like, he'll criticize, like, it's weird. Because, like, he's supposed to be a bad guy commentator, but then he praises John Cena. Or if there's, like, a major storyline going on, like, with a major superstar that's a good guy or something, I guess it's more so John Cena, because I've heard him rip on Punk, but basically, he doesn't rip on Cena so much. You know what I mean? And he should, because Cena's like the ultimate good guy in the company. So, or at least the ultimate Superman kind of character. So I don't know. Anyway, I just prefer the commentary. Reason number 8. TNA's not as predictable. Granted, I will admit WWE does a better job of continuing storylines than TNA tends to do. But I like that TNA has some unpredictability that you're not going to know what's going to happen next. Sometimes it's a little too random, but I mean, it's nice to have that. It's like in WWE, you kind of know what's going to happen, So, reason number 9, I think the matches on TV are generally better than WWE. Maybe SmackDown can have some good matches, I won't deny that, but TNA is like way better than Monday Night Raw as far as like wrestling goes. It just seems like the matches are longer. Like, they get like 5 minutes of time or whatnot. So it's like, it's just like, I really just enjoy watching like the action for the most part in TNA. Let's see. Another reason I had on here was there was no Hornswoggle. Just because TNA doesn't have Hornswoggle, WWE does. And I guess one thing that was retarded on SmackDown, I guess, last week, I guess, like, there was some, like, it was Hornswoggle against Heath Slater in an over-the-top battle royal, and Hornswoggle won. That's like a little kid being in an over-the-top battle royal with like, a 25-year-old man or something, and he somehow wins. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. So that's Hornswoggle is retarded. And one of my big reasons I like TNA over WWE is because, whenever you watch a show, particularly Monday Night Raw, if something happens, 5 seconds later, the commentator's like, hey, it's trending on Twitter. It's trending on Twitter. It's like they always have to mention Twitter, like, on the show. It's like they care more about, like, Twitter than they care about their own show, like, what's going on in the ring. I just find it so annoying. I don't really have a grudge against Twitter, but I just feel like, I don't care what's trending on Twitter or if this is trending on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. I care about what's going on in the ring, what's going on, in your story and your product and what you're putting out. So, if you're not going to take into consideration of how important your product is, then it might as well just be shit that you're putting out. And reason number 11, probably my biggest reason why I like TNA over WWE, is because I feel like I'm watching a wrestling show, and I feel like that you're not just there to take my money. Like, whenever I watch WWE, it's like, yeah, I understand in wrestling, like, if you have a pay-per-view, you want to build to it so people buy it so you make money. That's fine, but it's like, WWE has so many pay-per-views, it's like, basically that's what they want, is just like to take your money, in my opinion. TNA, like, I think they could do more for their pay-per-views, to build them up, make it more exciting. But I mean, when you watch Impact, though, you're not watching it as like, it just doesn't have that, I want your money kind of deal. I just want your money, and that's all I want from you. That's all I get from WWE. So, I don't know. Anyway, that was 11 reasons as to why I think TNA is superb over WWE. Debate me, like this video, dislike this video. Tell me you like me, tell me you hate me. Tell me what your favorite soda pop is. Coke is one of mine. Leave a comment, and I hope to make more videos. I'm also going to announce that I'm going to try to review Impact like once a week. I'm not going to guarantee like it's going to be out this day, but I'm definitely going to try to do a little bit more reviewing on here, because I know like I've been pretty crappy about it lately. Life's busy, so I work a lot of hours, and life gets pretty busy. But I'm definitely going to try to like do a little bit more stuff on YouTube, particularly just this channel, Classic 1333. If it's not wrestling, there may be some other random goofy videos like the PBA bowling stuff, just other stuff. And also, I found something funny. Like, if you like my bowling videos, you obviously understand I have a goofy sense of humor. If you like that TV show Chopped, which I do, I think it's a very good show. I found a funny ass clip that I'm gonna put in the description box. And I think you guys will probably find it funny if you like my sense of humor. So, anyway, Happy New Year to you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.